Be aware of your own worth. Use all of your power to achieve it. The ultimate aim of the ego is not to see something, but to be something. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Rise above sectional interests and private ambitions. Pass from matter to spirit. Matter is diversity. Spirit is light, life, and unity. The only way to escape the corruptible influence of the world is to become a source of light yourself. Be aware of your own limitations. Use all of your strength to overcome them. The real greatness of a nation lies in its ability to transcend its narrow interests and embrace a larger vision. The mind is like a parachute. It works best when it is open. The purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experience. The universe is not a place to be conquered, it is a place to be understood. The greatest tragedy in life is not death, but a life without purpose. The true measure of a man is how he treats someone who can do him absolutely no good. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. The greatest gift you can give to someone is your time, your attention, your love, and your concern. The secret of happiness is not in doing what one likes, but in liking what one does. The greatest obstacle to discovery is not ignorance, it is the illusion of knowledge. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. The most important thing in life is not the triumph, but the struggle. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. The greatest enemy of knowledge is not ignorance, it is the illusion of knowledge. The best way to destroy an enemy is to make him a friend. The only way to have a friend is to be one. The best revenge is to improve yourself.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I am the greatest. I said even before I knew I was. It's hard to be humble when you're as gray as I am. Don't count the days. Make the days count. Service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth. I hated every minute of training, but I said, don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion. He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life. If my mind can conceive it and my heart can believe it, then I can achieve it. I shook up the world. I'm not the greatest. I'm the double greatest. Not only do I knock them out, I pick the round. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. Live every day as if it were your last, because someday you're going to be right. The man who views the world at 50 the same as he did at 20 has wasted 30 years of his life. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick. It's not bragging if you can back it up. The fight is won or lost far away from witnesses, behind the lines, in the gym, and out there on the road, long before I dance under those lights. Champions aren't made in the gyms. Champions are made from something they have deep inside them. A desire, a dream, a vision. It isn't the mountains ahead to climb that wear you out. It's the pebble in your shoe. I'm not the greatest, but I'm the best. I am an ordinary man who worked hard to develop the talent I was given. I believed in myself, and I believe in the goodness of others. Hating people because of their color is wrong. And it doesn't matter which color does the hating. It's just plain wrong. The man who has no imagination has no wings. If they can make penicillin out of moldy bread, then they can sure make something out of you. Wars of nations are fought to change maps, but wars of poverty are fought to map change. Silence is golden when you can't think of a good answer. It's lack of faith that makes people afraid of meeting challenges. And I believed in myself. I'm not the same person I was 50 years ago, and I don't have to apologize for that. It's the repetition of affirmations that leads to belief. And once that belief becomes a deep conviction, things begin to happen. I'm free to be what I want. If you even dream of beating me, you better wake up and apologize. I don't have to be what you want me to be. A man who is not courageous enough to take risks will never accomplish anything in life. I am the astronaut of boxing.
No religion is higher than humanity. My religion is humanitarianism, which is the basis of every religion in the world. I do not ask for any reward or recognition. All I want is to serve humanity. The best way to serve God is to serve humanity. Poverty is the biggest form of violence. I believe in the power of one individual to make a difference. My ambulance is more Muslim than you, for it saves lives without discrimination. I am not a social worker, I am a social servant. I don't believe in charity, I believe in social change. You have not lived today until you have done something for someone who can never repay you. The real service to humanity is to alleviate the suffering of others. We are all equal in the eyes of God, regardless of our caste, creed, or religion. The measure of a society's greatness is in how it treats its weakest members. Compassion is the key to understanding and healing. It is our duty to help those in need, regardless of their background or circumstances. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. True happiness lies in selfless service to others. The purpose of life is not to be happy, but to make others happy. The true essence of religion is in acts of kindness and compassion. The greatest reward for me is to see a smile on someone's face.
Do not be satisfied with the stories that come before you. Unfold your own myth. The wound is the place where the light enters you. Let yourself be silently drawn by the strange pull of what you really love. It will not lead you astray. The beauty you see in me is a reflection of you. What you seek is seeking you. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I am changing myself. The quieter you become, the more you are able to hear. The universe is not outside of you. Look inside yourself. Everything that you want, you already are. Don't grieve. Anything you lose comes round in another form. Raise your words, not your voice. It is rain that grows flowers, not thunder. Be like a tree and let the dead leaves drop. The moment you accept what troubles you've been given, the door will open. You were born with wings, why prefer to crawl through life? Why do you stay in prison when the door is so wide open? If light is in your heart, you will find your way home. Be empty of worrying, think of who created thought. The only lasting beauty is the beauty of the heart. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. Love is the bridge between you and everything. The soul is here for its own joy. The garden of the world has no limits except in your mind. Everything in the universe is within you. Ask all from yourself. You were born with potential. You were born with goodness and trust. You were born with ideals and dreams. You were born with greatness. You were born with wings. You are not meant for crawling, so don't. You have wings. Learn to use them and fly. Don't be satisfied with the stories, how things have gone with others. Unfold your own myth. When you do things from your soul, you feel a river moving in you, a joy.
The tongue is the key to all knowledge and the door to all wisdom. The greatest victory is the victory over oneself. The heart is the seat of knowledge, not the mind. Patience is the key to success in all aspects of life. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. True knowledge is not about accumulating information, but about transforming oneself. The greatest wealth is contentment with what one has. The true measure of a person's worth is in their character, not their possessions. The greatest form of worship is to be grateful for the blessings we have. The path to enlightenment begins with self-reflection and self-awareness. The true seeker of knowledge is humble, open-minded, and willing to learn from anyone. The purpose of knowledge is to purify the heart and bring one closer to God. The greatest obstacle to knowledge is arrogance and pride. The true test of knowledge is not in its abundance, but in its application. The best way to overcome ignorance is through education and seeking knowledge. The greatest gift one can give is the gift of knowledge. The true teacher is the one who inspires and empowers others to seek knowledge. The path to success is paved with hard work, perseverance, and dedication. True happiness is found in contentment with what God has decreed for us. The greatest form of wealth is a pure and tranquil heart. The key to success is in recognizing and utilizing one's strengths. The greatest act of worship is to be kind and compassionate towards others. The best way to overcome difficulties is through patience and trust in God.
I did not come here to seek personal glory, but to spread the message of Islam. The strength of an army lies not in its numbers, but in its discipline and unity. Treat the conquered with respect and fairness, for it is through mercy that hearts are won. A true leader inspires his soldiers to fight not for him, but for a just cause. The sword of justice cuts through the darkness of ignorance. Conquer with compassion, for it is through understanding that we can bring people together. Victory is not achieved through force alone, but through winning the hearts and minds of the people. A true warrior fights not for personal gain, but for the greater good of humanity. The path to success is paved with determination, perseverance, and faith in God. Do not underestimate the power of knowledge, for it is the greatest weapon one can possess. In the face of adversity, remain steadfast in your beliefs and trust in Allah's guidance. The mark of a great leader is not in his conquests, but in his ability to unite diverse communities. A wise ruler listens to the concerns of his people and strives to address their needs. The greatest strength lies in the unity of a nation, regardless of its diversity. Lead by example, for actions speak louder than words. A true warrior knows that true victory lies in self-control and restraint. Do not let success blind you to the needs of the less fortunate. The true measure of a man is not in his wealth or power, but in his character and integrity. Remember that every soul is precious, regardless of religion or background. True power is not in dominating others, but in empowering them. The greatest battles are fought within oneself. Do not judge others based on their past, for everyone has the potential to change. Seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave, for it is the key to personal growth. Humility is the mark of a true leader. Do not let fear dictate your actions, but let courage guide your path. The greatest victory is in conquering one's own desires and weaknesses. Remember that true strength lies in forgiveness and compassion.